Am I good?
Let's go.
What's up? We live. All right, everybody can unmute. Vando's having some technical difficulties here. Let's see.
Yo, what's going on?
What's up?
Hold on, I'm coming. I'm trying. I might have to reset my phone. I'm coming.
Oh, I see, because you can hear everything.
There we go.
Microphone is live. Microphone is live.
Let's do it.
All right. See, somebody has joined the room. Now I can see you. You can't see you?
Yeah, you get me?
Yeah, get it. Take it off mute, please. Abort. All right. Whew. Had to stop that. That was drastic. All right. Woo-hoo-hoo. Man, when I tell you nothing wanted to work today, nothing wanted to work. I had to restart the computer twice to figure out everything. Huh? What happened with what?
Okay. Some unplugged.
Who, me?
Yeah, awesome.
Ha! See what I'm telling you? I told you. Now, who cut my video off? All right, Marcus, you can hear? No. Ha! Okay, so the volume is working. Let me check over here. Ha! Okay, so the volume is working. Yep. I can't hear you, Marcus.
I can hear Marcus. I can hear him. Yeah.
So, if you can hear him, something's wrong. Ha! Look how cute! Hi! It says same.
All right, go. Come on.
All right.
One room.
There we go.
All right.
All right, we're in business now. All
Man, I
right.
can't believe.
What happened?
Again, so I had some Yeezys come straight to my door. I
Oh.
guess they're supposed to go to somebody else. And like part of me just wanted to be like, these mine, you know, like this is a blessing from God. You know, God know I need some new shoes. These mine.
Oh.
But on the package it had a phone number on it. So I was like, all right, let me call the phone number, you know. So I called the phone and he answered. So I gave him back his shoes. What would y'all would have done? You feel me?
I would have gave them back because I would want my blessings to come back because your blessings can be way bigger than that. I don't know why this keeps going up. Your blessings, you know, can be way bigger than that. So I would have given them back.
Me? I mean, you gotta think about a lot of stuff that you be waiting for to come in the mail for a very long time, especially depending on where you order from. But if you order like Amazon, we talking about like 2 years, a month, or 5 months, 6 months.
I don't think it take that long.
Waiting on a shipper. So, hey, you know.
So in other words, you saying you wouldn't have gave them back?
I would have given them back to him. You did, cause I ain't gonna do nothing like that.
I mean, they look nice. I've had an opportunity to look at them. They almost look like Crocs, but they kind of look alien at the same time. But they're also cool, and they look comfortable, very comfortable. But I think the pair of shoes I was looking at was between $400 to $500. Ah, hold up. I can't even hear.
I did give them to him, you know. Did the right thing. So
Well, I think that's what you should have done because your blessings are going to come tenfold. I do believe in karma. If you would have took them, then I mean you would have enjoyed them, but at what cost? You know what I'm saying? So you got to wonder, is the cost greater than the reward?
I forgot to mention one thing though.
What?
There was 3 of them.
Not one? Oh, dang.
3.
3? Ooh, that was a hard one. So I mean, you get your blessings 3 times over.
And the funny thing was, like, I had a rough day, you feel me? So I feel like God was just testing me, like, I know you had a rough day, you know. And as soon as I seen the shoes, I was like, oh, there's 3 of them. I could sell them on eBay, blah, blah. That's the first thing that came to my mind. And I was like, you know what? These ain't even mine. Like, and you know, nobody respects a thief. You know, I don't want to be no thief. So I just
Very true.
had to give them back. But what's new in y'all world? What's going on, y'all? What y'all got going on?
Oh man.
I'm trying to fix my my phone so I can talk about this behind me. There we go. Okay. Yeah. Like, bro, did you have to fight this man? Like, I'm telling you, you had to fight this man? So,
What's the problem with the fight?
I mean, we was looking for a knockout, and this man didn't deliver. All he did is came there and pinched this man, put a scar on this man. That's it. Man took your hat, brother, unloose your tennis shoes, And he talking about your dead wife. Man, you supposed to knock this man out. But you got this man looking like Rockabelle Boy. You know what I'm saying?
Yup.
I mean, at the end of the day, it was entertaining, which I understand. It's all about the money. You know, with Floyd Mayweather and the money team. And then by us coming out the pandemic, it is what it is. We need to entertain.
I think it was strictly entertaining. It actually came on talking about all of the advertisements, like the Cash App. Like I saw so much publicity. Like, you know, him. What's the club that he owns?
Oh.
To me, it was just like pushing all of their stuff out there, like straight up. I mean, the guy survived. I heard some people saying it was rigged, quote unquote. So, I mean, they did a good job at accomplishing exactly what they wanted to accomplish.
I'm going to say this. I know there's no such thing over promotion, but that night, it was over promotion. When it started raining, boxers slipping over the Cash App symbol in the boxing ring, I'm like, somebody gonna slip into a knockout. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, it's Cash App for sure out there. You
can't do all that.
So,
You have to go to the
man, next time, man,
take it with you.
I think they should put Cash App around the ring instead of in the ring, because a lot of people were slipping, falling. Well, I'm not gonna say a lot of people, but I think it was the first fight, and then it was second. Then it wound up raining. People getting soaking wet in the audience. You know what I'm saying? But
Hey, that's what they like to do.
but at the end of the day, it was a good entertainment fight. They say his brother's supposed to be trying to fight him, but I don't think Floyd Mayweather gonna mess with it again, because you gotta think about it. I mean, he do this every other year, and it was the perfect time to come out with entertainment, because everybody was gonna spend the money, because what else just on TV? You got no football, you got the NBA, but the NBA is like, you already know who's about to win. My son, you hear me? Like King James, you hear me? Bowling!
You see my eyes. We go through this all the time.
Yeah, check this out, man.
Even though this dude is way older. I was trying to get my Instagram set up. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh no, I was gonna say I enjoyed it, but I do feel like it kind of downplays boxing, and I don't know how other boxers feel about it. But I feel like Floyd didn't really give it 100%. They got a rumor coming out that there was a contract that he couldn't knock him out or something like that. And then they have a clip going around. I don't know if you guys have seen it, but it looked like he hit him and he kind of held him up before he fell asleep. Like, come on, man, wake up, or something like that. I don't know if y'all saw that, but
I did.
you know, so
I saw the one he was whispering in his ear. Once he hit him and he hold him, he said, "Look." Somebody said in his ear, Floyd Mayweather was holding punches back, just like he was doing McGregor. You know what I'm saying? He was holding punches back, because at the end of the day, his fist is weapons. And then whatever that contract was, they signed behind closed door that we don't see. That, you know, he wasn't made to knock him out. That wasn't what it was. You know what I'm saying? So the game was, let's give these people a show. They came in for a show. We're gonna show them. So you had YouTube, you had Floyd Mayweather, and you had Floyd Mayweather hater, and then you just had Instagram. Everybody from all platforms was in there. And sponsor. Hello. She said, I want to let y'all know what's new in my world. Yeah, but yeah, at the end of the day, I mean, before Floyd Mayweather step in another ring, it's gonna be a while. Definitely a while. I don't think who gonna challenge him? Better not be Shaq. Definitely nobody gonna watch that. For real.
Oh.
Tall Shaq and a Floyd Mayweather fight.
So do you guys think that the people got like gypped a little bit, or do you think it was worth the money? Because it was like $50 and it was hyped up, and everybody was like, "Well, is Floyd gonna knock him out?" You know, a lot of speculation. So do you guys think it was worth the money?
Oh.
I mean, you did get how many fights was it? 5? 4?
That was 8 rounds. But listen.
No. I'm talking about all of the fights because it wasn't just their fight. It was multiple. So I think what it was 5 fights total, or was it 4 fights?
It was. Let me see. Chad Sokol and the other guy. It was 4 fights.
So I mean, to say it was what, $50, $49.95. I mean, when I look at it at the fact, because I was wondering why it was so cheap. Now I get it why it was so cheap. Because I'm like, you normally pay way more than that. But I mean, it was good entertainment, and that's basically what it's meant to be, entertaining, and that's what it was, entertaining. At the end of the day, I mean, we know how it works. We know how publicity works. It wouldn't surprise me if the dude from YouTube came up with the money to be able to pay, you know, to get this type of view. It's almost like what we do in marketing. We take our marketing budget, we push it toward, you know, we have social media influencers, right? We push it toward them so that they can promote, you know, our stuff and bring us out in front of the masses. And at the same time, what that does is it gives us the view. It puts us in the limelight. So if this dude is already making that particular money, because he's been doing it since he's been a teen, you know what I'm saying? So he has a major following. You know, of course he's fit, so he's been into boxing, and he was already on the path of just boxing random people. So it wouldn't put it behind me if he has a PR. His PR did what PRs do, got the money to do that, came up with this thing because they're also, you know what, making the money from the views. Everybody has their fingers in the pot to make money, from Discover, from Cash App, from the Migos that performed, from all the other people, you know what I'm saying, that performed. Everybody had their fingers in the pot, and they're getting paid off of that. HBO, Showtime, they had their logo on the thing. So everybody's having their fingers in the pot. So it benefits, it's one big event that benefits so many people, you know. And then from them saying he lasted all 8 rounds, like, I mean, you know, we watched Floyd Mayweather. Okay, so what? He's in his 40s. I get it. But the dude is still, you know, talented, even though he's old. And he kept mentioning, you know, yeah, you know, to say he's 20-something, you know, and I'm a little 40 and I was able to beat the cat. Like, why you have to keep saying that? You said it twice. You know, so either way it goes, it served its purpose. Because if whoever didn't know that Floyd Money Mayweather had a strip club or whatever like that, now they know. Now is, you know, the pandemic is coming out, everybody is starting to be free, people gonna travel. I want to go see his spot. Perfect publicity. If I own something and if I had that in that era that I had those type of connections, this is something I would do. You put it on, people paying $50 just to watch the show, and then you're promoting your site to the masses. You know what I'm saying? So people was going to pay for it because people craving for entertainment. And then $50, that was cheap. You know, and the other fights were so fast.
I'm going to say this, though.
I don't even know who they were.
All right. The tickets was cheap on TV, but when people to go see, I think they was paying more. And then, too, like she had said, it was nothing but a big old sponsor for his club in Vegas. A lot of people, Cash App. Who else? He had like some type of cryptocurrency on his.
Oh, I forgot about
It
that.
was the currency. I don't know what it was. It was something my
It
son
was
knew.
Ethereum.
Yeah, it was
Ethereum
Ethereum.
something.
That's what it was. Because that's what he said. Something with an E. I'm like, I don't even know what it is. I know the Dogecoin symbol in Bitcoin. And it's because of my son that I know what it is.
That's crazy. So what you think about?
I'm about to say, are we going to start the Dogecoin?
So
We ain't gonna never get to the topics of the show. You start talking. Look, can you change your background,
Oh, yeah.
please? Can we change? Can we remove
I
this
was just
background?
about to go in on crypto too. Let's change it.
okay, yeah, let's change it.
Wait,
on,
wait.
hold
What's
on.
about? I don't know about crypto. What happened with crypto?
I was gonna say because I own some Ethereum. I was gonna say no wonder it had went up because I noticed that the percentage just went up and I made some money. That promotion shows that it roll over. So that advertisement on that platform makes money. So
Wow. How did you find out about? You said Ethereum,
Oh, Ethereum. Oh, they got an app called Coinbase.
right?
So your average regular person, don't matter who you are, you could download it from the App Store and you could get involved in cryptocurrency.
I heard about that. So, but how do you know? Like how did you know to invest in Ethereum? Like, what made you want to invest in it?
Just the thirst for knowledge. Like for me personally, it was Nipsey Hussle, to be honest. Like maybe like 5 years ago, he had a video where he was trying to tell people in the hood, like, yo, y'all need to check out this thing called cryptocurrency. So not to go too long on it, but that's what got me into Bitcoin. And then when I researched about Bitcoin, because of Nipsey Hussle talked about it, then it had all these other cryptocurrencies like Ethereum, Dogecoin. They have like Zcash, like a whole bunch of other cryptocurrencies. So I ended up, going watching YouTube videos and getting people's opinions and doing my own due diligence. And from that, I picked one that I felt comfortable putting my money behind. One of them is Ethereum. So yeah.
Okay. I just like to find out because when people, everybody have their own reasons. Damn. Everybody have their own reasons of investing in stock. So, I like to know the stories about it, like what kind of research was actually done, or not on it. Me, I tend to invest because I like it. And I buy it just about every day. So I feel good when I drive up because I know that I'm getting shares from it. So, everybody have their own reasons. But I did do Dogecoin, and that's new for me because it kind of is different from your cash stocks because when you put the amount of money in it, it comes up in like I guess a digital form, which is not the same. So I'm learning that's like a whole new venture, for me and learning in that. So I'm just curious how this goes. See, I don't like to go to the casino and spend $5. So when you're talking about stocks, the way I look at stocks is like the white collar of the casino. It's just, you know what I'm saying? So it's still to me because it's still a gamble. No, Tiger, get down. It's still a gamble. Malik, come like this. That's my cat is trying to drink water. Go see if he has water. Wipe that first and then go see if he has water. He must be thirsty. To me, it's just like gambling, and I'm not a good person like to take those kind of gambles. Now, I have seen the benefits of it. I have watched a stock split and do all that, and it's like I'm like, wow, like my return is wonderful, right? But it's like you kind of you know, I've never done drugs, but that's what it kind of feels like when you do something for the first time and you get that hit and it works, and then you just keep searching and searching and searching. So that's like, I'm trying to get into the stocks and get all that, but it's like I'd be afraid to put money in. You know, and I had a stock that I was afraid, and I just put a little bit in. And down the line, I wish I would have put more in because, you know, that's the stock that's the most profitable. But it's like, you know, I'm like, dang, I can't just sit here and just put that on there. Like, you know, it's money. But that's where I am with it. Now, my son, on the other hand, that boy called me on the phone. Hey, Ma, can you give me $75? I'm like, for what? I want to put it in stocks. Oh, hell no. Hell no. And he loves it. You know, he understands it just like you understand it. And did you do the day trading and all that before too?
I've tried it, but for me personally, when it came to like keeping up with the taxes on every trade you're making, because you got to pay taxes, it's called capital gains.
Wow.
After that, I was like, let me just do the Warren Buffett thing and just hold on to a stock and wait for it to be more tax beneficial, you know?
Wow. We lost the public. We talking now. I didn't even know he disappeared.
Oh, where you went?
I don't know. They yeah. My son, he got into I want to say it was Forex, some kind of day trading he did for a little
I
bit.
heard about Forex. There's people making a killing.
Man, I saw the
Forex.
console. I was like, I'm good. Like, to me, I used to be an EKG technician, and when you see all the lines moving and stuff like that, I'm like, I could read heart rhythms, but trying to read this, I'm good. I mean, it's like, it's the little
charting,
bitty,
huh?
yeah, it's like the little bit of a dip. It means something, but you have to know. I'm like, I can't. I left that up to him. Mm-mm. Now, the thing is, if you learn it at a young age, to me, you can really make some change. You gotta mute.
Yo, you know the.
You gotta mute your mic.
Oh, okay, I see you.
Oh, really? That's how that's how you feel? Wait, hold on. That's what you was doing all that time? That's how you feel?
Okay.
Wait, so is that BTC? What is that?
Hold on.
Yeah,
See
Bitcoin.
this? Is that your profit?
Hold on.
I see you.
Really, you about to give us a? I mean, you can almost forget about talking about what we was talking about.
I mean, this part of the
This is the crypto show.
The cost of doing business.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
I get it.
Okay. Okay, there we go. There we go. Y'all see that? All right.
Yep.
Okay. So that's where it used to be at. And that's the down. You go here at the bottom. That is Dogecoin. You know what I'm saying?
So what's the yellow?
The yellow, that means dropping. Oh, the yellow is good.
So that's your profit. Like, what does the number stand for? That's your profit. That's your total return.
Man, I wish that was.
I'm gonna say, nigga,
I wish that was.
you know, help a sister out, you know.
I wish that was, but look, if it was, I wouldn't be on here talking to y'all. Look at him, you know.
Wait. Oh, man.
So I'm gonna go over here so y'all can see what I'm. So there goes Dogecoin. Y'all see Dogecoin.
It's Doge. You know, I thought it was Dodge. It's Doge. And what does that stand for again? I know it's a dog. What kind of dog?
Chinese?
Chinese dog? Something.
Chinese
I don't know.
dog.
Again, you need my son here because he break it down to you. That boy.
But
And what's BTC? That's Bitcoin?
Bitcoin.
Oh, so that's the cost of a coin?
Yeah, it's BSV.
What is that?
That's another. That's like a hybrid of Bitcoin.
Whoa. BTC, is that the cost that's in yellow?
Yeah, that's Bitcoin.
That's
Yeah,
how
for
much
one.
one share costs?
Well,
But not right now,
it's
this moment.
like
I think
30.
that's showing.
Whoa, 30? 30 as
Yeah,
in
right now it's
thousand?
worth 30.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
right
dropped.
now it's worth 30.
30,000.
Yeah, that's like
It
2
dropped
weeks
half.
ago.
So imagine all the people who invested right there, they lost half their money.
Yeah, that was 2 weeks ago.
That's not funny. And that's because of the Saturday Night Live. Like I'm connecting this all because Elon Musk said something on Saturday Night Live. But what did he say?
No, that's what his mom.
His mom said that I think what she said about him giving her a gift. She hope it's not Dogecoin. They didn't say anything about Bitcoin though.
But you know what? He did come on Twitter.
His face. Wait.
He came on Twitter, and I think I'm not mistaken. He said when Tesla is no longer.
Oh, that's what it was. Bitcoin.
Bitcoin. Yep. And
so from this one man, he caused it to crash.
Yep.
That's a dangerous man.
How does he have that much power? Y'all know, like, from tweeting, it's crazy.
I don't know, but that's a lot of power. So, okay. I do know that he did say he's working with the developers, the software developers of Dogecoin. This is why I invested in Dogecoin. Because the way Elon Musk is, he's one of those type of people that he works behind the scenes. So, he works in silence. And before you know it, like, people try to figure out what's in his head and what he's thinking. But if you're not in that inner circle, you're not going to know. You know what I'm saying? So he don't just come out and say, well, he gives you like little small hints. Like he just gave you a hint about, Dogecoin and saying that he's working with the developers to make it more energy efficient. So if he's investing that time in Dogecoin to doing that, then that means Tesla is going to start accepting Dogecoin and then replace the Bitcoin. And then that's going to make that go up.
And Ethereum.
He said, I don't know, he said anything about Ethereum?
Because Ethereum is like, it's already green already.
It's already green.
Yeah,
okay.
As an energy source it's not using coal. It's already on this green energy thing.
Bitcoin uses coal to mine, which is crazy because it's digital. And then I guess in Dogecoin, he's trying to do that differently because since I guess, Tesla and everything else is energy efficient.
And the reason why I can understand why he's going to Dogecoin.
That's kind of controversial right there. Ooh. Because
they're
saying that the batteries for Tesla, their minerals come from Africa or something like that, and Africans have to dig for it. So it's kind of like he's kind of contradicting himself. I'm just saying.
So I want to say this.
Could be he's from. Isn't he from Africa?
South
Africa.
Yeah, he's from South Africa.
So that would explain the connections there. I don't know. But all I know, if you pay attention to Elon Musk, as I can't say out of the box he is, as interesting as he is, even his mannerisms, and you got to get him to do how he be talking, how you do it. How he be, because he looks like a robot to me. Like, for real. He just looks like a robot to me. But this man is so clever and smart. I do know that he's like in China, they love him. He has the factory out there, Tesla's out there. He sits at the table with the most prestigious people in China that the president can't even sit at. You see what I'm saying? So I already knew how powerful he was. And from him just saying, like, not even really saying statements, but even like, you should have saw the people on Saturday Night Live when he was on there, how crazy everybody on YouTube was looking at the stocks and, all the stuff like that from this one man, and everybody's just waiting for him to say something. I mean, it was just crazy, but I do know he's an intelligent person, very, very, very intelligent, very smart, but he works in silence. Like, you never know when it's going to hit until it hits. And he'll give you small pieces, like the Roadster, the Tesla Roadster is about to come out, and it's newly revamped because they took it off the market, I guess, because too many people were crashing and, driving like too fast or whatever. Man, this Roadster, the sneak peek of it, is better than a Lambo. Oh, man. Way better than a Lambo. Even he gives you the thing about the Cybertruck, even though that is completely futuristic. But
that
even with that,
crazy.
It does look crazy. I thought about how would that look in my driveway, and I don't think so, because it's too big. Like, I wonder if it'll fit the dimensions to get into a parking garage. So I saw a video and they showed a Jeep. And we think the Jeeps are pretty big. You saw the Jeep go by, and then you saw the Cybertruck, and you like, oh my, it make the Jeep look like a little toy. So I don't know. So I guess this is where the divine connections come in. So when y'all on the stock market, y'all get that divine connection to know when to move.
Yep, you gotta be connected all the time. But like I said, I really think Elon Musk gonna say he gonna accept Ethereum too, because you gotta think about it. He working with Dogecoin because it never popped yet, like Bitcoin. So he got his money in there, but the people not listening because they already made their money. They're like, what you gonna tell me? We already up ahead. Who are you? You know what I'm saying?
So how do you pay in Dogecoin? Like, it's gonna be so many Dogecoins equal up to the price of whatever they're trying to pay for?
Interesting.
Because $70,000 in American dollars is way more in Dogecoin. So
Stop.
what? I'm
Be
just
quiet.
saying.
Be quiet.
But it's the truth.
All I know is Coinbase, they got those cards. It's a waiting list right now, but you can get a card for crypto right now.
But you still gotta convert it. So I mean, you'll make the money, but I wonder, like, per dollar, how much is it? I'm gonna do research on it.
Bruh,
Because
I'm gonna need you to slide over there with Elon Musk and his mom and close your mouth. You know what I'm saying? Because you about to hurt it.
how
before
about to hurt it?
start.
I'm just a little mini me. I don't even know.
Hey,
But I do
listen.
like Elon. I think he's the coolest person, the most different person. But I love when he has the conferences and when he's talking about the things. Like, he's very strong in AI, which kind of makes him scary because he's so powerful.
Didn't he name his child AI?
Something like it wasn't. It's something. It's a weird name. I mean, I can't even spell it. Less on
like
pronouncing
X.
it. It was AEX or something like that. I don't want to talk about the kid's name, but I mean,
I know. I'm sorry, y'all. Go
I
ahead.
mean, but something like that.
Nothing personal, Elon, because
Yeah, nothing
you got
personal,
more bread
but
than me.
Mega Man X.
like I said, I like the way he thinks. I like the things he does. Now, the only thing that scares me about him is his passion for artificial intelligence. Because, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, true, you have a vehicle that pretty much can, for the most part, drive itself. Even though you still need human supervision. But, I mean, in the years to come, he consistently perfects it. Because I think last I read that they made it to where as they actually the car can automatically stop at stop signs and traffic lights on its own. Bad enough, it comes to you like a Batmobile. It'll find you. If you're in front of at Walmart and you got a parking lot, it will back itself out and drive to you. So I think that's cool. But the stop sign feature, how do you sense a stop sign?
Just like on our trucks, we got a camera that's in front of our truck that could recognize a stop sign.
That's true, because they got cameras around the car.
If we run it, it goes back to safety. And safety call us and be like, hey, you saw that stop sign you ran.
But that means somebody's watching the camera footage.
Nah,
But this is the AI. Nobody's in there watching the footage. Like, it has a sensor, but it can detect a stop sign that sometimes it's always supposed to be on your right, but in certain other situations it may not be. But I mean, again, I couldn't give a car that much power, but it's just the fact that it can do that.
well,
Bad enough it changed lanes for you. Stop it.
well,
Bad enough it changed lanes and everything
Have
else.
y'all seen that movie, I, Robot?
that's what it is. That's what's coming to.
I'm just saying.
Hey,
Thank you. That's funny because I mention that all the time about iRobot because he literally had a scene where the car was driving itself and he was having a fight. You know what I'm saying? So, and then like when it comes to these actual robots being, they're your servants and you having that in the house, and that's the part that scares me about the artificial intelligence. There is a company. I can't think of the name. It starts with B. Some kind of laboratory. I'm about to say laboratory. So, something like that. But they actually have robot dogs.
BMC.
No.
Oh, I saw something about that. I know what
It's
you're talking
something
about.
with a B. It's a robotics company that my son, he knows the name of it, and it escapes my mind right now. But they have, it's funny, they have the robots, and it's three of them. One of them is the dog, and it's kind of shaped like a greyhound, and it's fast. But in this robot, it can open the doors. There's an arm that actually opened the doors. And there's another one that stands up. And they had all three of them in line and they were literally dancing. The people controlling them, but they're just moving and dancing, and then, like literally doing, an actual routine. Some jump on the left, some jump on the right. They crisscross in the middle, just as if it was two people dancing. One of them was kind of built almost like in a human form. But I can't think of the company, but this is what they do. Strictly what the company does. But if you can build like a robot that's in the form of a dog that can do things like open the doors and close them behind you and pick up this and pick up that, then you can imagine, where the technology is going to go or hasn't already gone. So
Exactly.
I can see iRobot.
They already got police robots patrolling some of the cities already.
You saw that, Marcus?
Yep.
You saw the police robot? I've never seen them. They look like what, little R2D2s?
Just like them.
For real, I'm just joking. So what is the R2D2, bruh? So you get pulled over by R2D2. Are you really gonna stop or are you gonna keep going?
They also have the drones. You guys know about the Amazon drones?
I heard about them. Have they launched them?
Some places, but that's gonna put a lot of jobs out of work. I mean, if you just got a drone, I don't need to hire this van to come and deliver door to door.
Bruh. The day I see that a drone has delivered my package, that shit is scary.
Say, wait, look.
But they have drones that actually fuel the jet planes. I saw actually the other day, I pulled up the web browser at work, and you know how you pull it up, it shows like, the MSN or whatever before you actually go to where you have to go. So that's for me, my homepage. And it actually showed that a drone fueled a jet, like a Navy jet or something like that. I don't know. But it fueled it. And I'm sitting here like, that's a drone? Because it looked just like a plane. But that's a drone that is actually giving another jet fuel in the air. So instead of having people up there, you have a drone. That is crazy. We're slowly but surely moving to a more technical space where, you can look at Walmart's. You don't even have cashiers. You just got a few. And you're doing your own self-checkouts.
That's why I think as a person that owns stocks, right? Because we all own stocks. We make money off of that. So when a company makes the moves to get rid of the worker, that's more money in your pocket as a stockholder. But what's going to happen to our economy when it comes to like, you can't even go get a basic job making like minimum wage. Growing up, I could go work at a fast food joint or bag groceries or whatever. But when that gets deleted from our economy, then what's the lower level positions going to do? You can't just be a business owner. Only the people who own stocks or own the business are going to benefit,
Right.
So are we destroying our lower and middle class by technology? I mean,
and that was the next question that I was going to ask, because so saying what you're saying about that'd be crazy if that happens in fast food. Hey, at least we'll get our order right. Sorry. I I got so much going on in my head. We get our order right majority of the time. But I mean, you make a good point. So like for our children that's growing up, because we may not fully be here to see it, but they will. You know, so how would the economy be, you know what I'm saying, with them to the point of finding a job? I know they mentioned something about Biden wanting to add 2 more years of high school. That's what he proposed. So, yeah. So he's proposing that to add 2 more years of high school. It's talked about. It's not, you know, something that they want to do, but that's just something that was mentioned, right? So even if that's so, that he adds 2 more years of high school, you have to wonder, is it going to be a choice whether you choose to go to college or not? Because as much as, you know, you get out of high school, you really don't want to go to college. But for those that understand, you know, this little piece of paper or certificate is going to be, you know, that choice of whether or not you can make over 40,000. You know, and then sometimes you can do it without, you know, the bachelor's or whatever degree you have, but everything is built around the degrees. Let me see if you have this degree. You can have the degree and not know anything, but you got the degree, so you get the money. So, I mean, then when you look at your Microsoft certifications, if you're in technology, then you can do those type of certifications and you will, you know, be able to get those jobs where they're over 40 plus. But if we're going to a stage that in Walmarts and Home Depots and all of your other stores that they're minimizing cashiers and they're putting this technology there, you know, great for the business, but that means you're going to hire less people. You're not going to need all of those people there. I mean, great. You got to, at this point, I'd be happy to be a person that stocks the store. I wouldn't want to be a cashier because my job, there's nothing in there. Besides having people to stock the shelves and, you know, I can't even say to go around helping other people. I mean, you're cutting down majority of your staff because you don't have to keep turning over shifts for the cashier.
Can
you
y'all
know?
see me?
Yeah.
I can't see y'all. You know what? This is update. I did an update on this phone.
I told you about doing updates. I wait till everybody else do their update. Because if there's a bug fix, everybody else gonna complain about it. And then they'll fix it. And then I'll do the update.
That's why I had to get on my computer. My phone was messing up. So I had to get on here.
Really? That's happening.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's, well, you know, I thought you would know that about Apple. You kind of let everybody run ahead and do the update before you do it.
See, I'm gonna just sit it. See, when we had Andrew, we ain't had this problem.
Whatever.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that's funny.
You on a whole nother world. So, yeah. So we were basically talking about, you know, I guess back to the cost of doing business. You know, the different sacrifices you have to make, you know, just to, you know, do business when it comes to marketing or even just, you know, opening accounts and stuff like that. And with all this stuff that's going on from the assistance to, you know, the SBA, those loans and, you know, the paycheck protection and all of the fraud and stuff that's going on, it actually makes it hard for businesses or entities like, you know, a church or just a regular person just to actually get an account. I've heard many stories about people's accounts being frozen and all kinds of other stuff in this process. And I think it sucks for the legitimate companies because the good has to suffer for the bad. As far as all of the fraud that, you know, has been reported. And I don't know if y'all heard some of the stories. He said, I love to have an iRobot. I don't know if y'all have heard of some of the stories, but I mean, these people talking about buying like Lamborghinis, Bentleys, like all kinds of stuff. And I'm like, how? Why? You know what I mean? So, I have no clue what they did. besides forging documentation. But the first thing that comes to me is, why would you play with the government with, documentation that's being forged, knowing that the actual original doesn't sit there,
Exactly.
like,
Especially with the fact that you're getting stuff digital and it's like everything could be tracked. It's not like you get a check and you cashing it. Now with the
so
stimulus, you could do something, but that's really it.
yeah, but I mean, you're producing documents that, like, let's say, for example, an EIN number, right?
Yeah.
It has to exist on the IRS side. If you're presenting a document to me, true, their document looks the same across the board, but if you're presenting a document to me, then I have to be able to pull it here too. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I kind of look at, I know everybody was in a rush to trying to get help for the people, but come on, to the SBA and everybody else, you had to have known that people were going to find loopholes. Like, I think the process wasn't vetted enough to prevent the loopholes. And I mean, true, it's easier said than done, because I'm on this side. You don't know how much pressure they were under. But I mean, come on. The first thing they do fraud on a regular basis. I mean, take the pandemic out the way. Take all the SBA, all the stuff, take all that out the way, right? You have identity fraud that occurs every day. So you already know what your people are going to do, or some of the people are going to do. So I think the process should have been, a little bit tighter, as far as the information. But I'm saying that, and then at the same time, they could have made the process tight, and then a lot of, people like your sole proprietors could have not gotten help. So, I mean, I guess it's, a catch-22 in that sense, but, it's a mess. That's all I could say.
And it could be leverage. They could have let a lot of fraud go on to be used as leverage later on, because to me, it's like they know what's going on.
True.
And they're probably just going to throw a lot of people in prison, or say if somebody fraud and they knew they weren't supposed to do it, but they still did it. The government pretty much owns you at that point. They could be an informant. Maybe they're in the hood, doing, you never know. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's just leverage to me.
Man, this dude had like 2 Lamborghinis, a Bentley. It was just crazy, like all of the stuff. And I mean, I know they caught like a lot of celebrities and stuff like that too. And I mean, it's just, the good have to suffer for the bad, because now if anybody's going through the process, I guess they're making sure they have all of their docs and stuff like that, which you should have it anyway. But it just makes it hard for the good people that actually are legitimate and that actually work hard, to do what they need to do. But I mean, hey, it's to be expected. It's to be expected. There's too many tools. There's too many tools, and it's to be expected. So like I've known somebody that was a victim of identity theft, and that is the worst thing ever, because there's a lot of stuff, you got to prove, and you can't prove because it looked like you. So it's like, it's really hard to do. So, that, like I said, naturally occurs all the time. And for this, it kind of sucks. I think I saw something on YouTube saying that they funded more of the pay program and stuff. I get so much come across my phone. I'll be so tired of information sometimes. I just want to rest. But the cost of doing business is very costly. That's all I can tell you. If you got a business, you already know.
I know.
And like I said something like this today. The very, very, very easy thing is to think about the business, and the next easy thing is to get to start it up. And then once you start doing it, yes, you think you're doing it, but really, you still got, things to learn about. Because at the end of the day, You got a long road before you can say you made it. And
You're talking about some years.
yeah,
Like
and
when your business make like 5 years, it's still new.
it's still new.
It's still
Still
new.
new. You gotta, and then too, your business is also setting you up to see how bad you want. Because your energy that you put out there, yeah, you want it, but just because you're in it, that don't mean, you know, things is not gonna come and try to hit you and see if you fit for this. You know what I'm saying? And they're gonna keep hitting you from different angles. Because every level you get on, you step on, is another, you know, obstacle course.
Yeah, and you know, as much as I, you know, dislike, you know, calling, you know, the card of color, you know, sometimes when you are established and you're creating multiple businesses, you know, you're kind of looked upon like with scrutiny, you know what I'm saying, compared to perhaps another individual of a different card, you know, don't have that much scrutiny. And it's like, I've in my own personal experience have experienced that, and it's not fun at all. Because, you know, I work just as equally hard, you know, to do the things that I need to do. And it's just, you know, unfortunately that, you know, they look upon, you know, our race as always being corrupt and being criminals. So, you know, you can walk into an establishment and it's like they're expecting, you know, especially with all this stuff and everything that's going on now, you know, they're expecting, oh, you must be one of them too. You know, and then before you can even, almost like how it is going to court, you're innocent until proven guilty, but it's like there is no, you know, no cushion. You know, you all like, you know, wait a minute, let me see, you know. And I mean, I get the concept that, you know, they literally have to cross their T's and dot their I's because so much stuff is going on. But I mean, you don't have to make the individual feel like you suspect, you know what I'm saying, until you check everything out. And I mean, I applaud any of, you know, our people of our color, you know, to invest in themselves, you know, to gain businesses and do what you need to do. But it just kind of like you never expect it to occur to you, like you hear about it, but then when you realize like, wow, like I heard about this and this is, you know, happening for me, and it kind of sets you back. And I mean, I kid you not, like, you know, God is very strong in my life. And, you know, I had to leave. I had to pray. And I had to realize it wasn't my battle to fight at that time. And I had to approach it from a different angle. You know, literally the angle that God had already laid out for me. But I just wanted to do it faster than what he was telling me to do it. So when I followed and did what I was supposed to do, things worked out. But it's just the whole concept of just how I felt, you know, at that moment, helpless. And, you know, like I work hard, you know, for the things that I believe in, my passion, my businesses. I work hard for it. And it's like, you know, to have to be scrutinized. I mean, I'm about to go into a whole nother subject, like credit. I think is the craziest thing. You know what I'm saying? And it's like with children, they need to understand credit at a young age. They should be teaching credit in high school. Because they should. Because if you don't understand credit, you don't realize like how much you're actually going to limit yourself, you know, as you get older. Like you start off with bad credit. Like how am I supposed to win?
I'm gonna say this too.
No credit is bad credit.
I'm gonna say this that even though you teach your kids credit, that's number one step. But as years and generations go by, the way of life change. You know what I'm saying? Credit may not be the next thing.
Biden
years.
trying to get rid of it, actually.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't know how. I don't know what he's going to place it with, but he's trying to get rid of it.
My thing is, you may have credit cryptocurrency.
Oh, geez.
You know what I'm saying?
That's your friend.
On it early. Just saying, we want it early. If it's true,
So,
we want all of us gonna be rich right here.
I know, right? They be like, what you need? What you need? What you need?
I'm serious, like credit,
Man.
cryptocurrency.
Credit is a paper trail. And you can have all the money in the world. Well, I take that back. Because if you got all the money in the world, then you ain't going to need half of this stuff. But you can have and be making, like, legitimate money, paying your bills on time. But if it does not show that on paper and on your report, it's not good.
What you mean it's not good?
When they pull your file, it has to show there on your file.
So you telling me?
So, like, you could pay all your bills on time, but every bill don't get reported to your credit. So you have to go and you have to get specific bills or specific things like trade lines, cards, just so it can show a paper trail. You can pay all your bills on time. Like, okay, a mortgage is going to report to your report. That's great. But your utility bill, your water bill, and all that other stuff, they don't get reported. Now, they report it if you don't pay them.
That's pimping.
They report it if you don't
That's
pay
pimping.
them. And then, it's so suckish because you only get to pull your credit file for free once a month, every 30 days. And then if you want more of it, you got to pay for it. And then if you pay monthly, you still have to wait 30 days to get your report. Like, if credit is so big, why are you penalizing me? Why are you charging me to look at my own report? Oh no, we'll give you one view for today. And don't talk about if you have different addresses and then they report an address and they make it current. Like, how do you know this is mine? Like, you have to understand the system to know how to play. Just like we talked about stocks. You got to understand stocks to know how to play. You have to understand credit to know how to play. And at the end of the day, when somebody look at your payment history, like it says a lot. That your payment history and your score is going to determine whether you get an interest rate of 6% or an interest rate of 30%.
Facts.
It makes a difference, and they will sell you a car. Like, people like, oh, I could get a car. You can get a car even if you have a repo.
Anybody can get a car, yo.
Right, what I'm saying? They're gonna give you a car, but best believe your interest and your APR is going to be extremely high. So you might be paying like $10 on your principal and all that money going to interest. And they love people like that. That's why people, when they have repos, they're like, oh man, I could get a car. Hell yeah, you could get a car. You gonna be paying.
Worse credit you got, the more money they make.
Exactly. Why you think it's hard to build and it's easy to screw up? You can screw up your credit in one day, but it takes you years and months, or I shouldn't say years, it takes you months to build it if you know how to build it the right way. And in some people, it can take years. Like, there's so much stuff that I've learned that what they do when, you have something and then they sell it to another agency. You know what I'm saying? And literally what they're doing, they're not supposed to do, but you don't know that they're not supposed to do. So what you do? It's so freaking corrupt. It's crazy. But you have to understand the game to play it. Like, credit, I understood it, but what I know now, I wish I knew back then. But you can't even let's say they give you a $500 credit card, right? Mm-hmm. They're giving you $500 to say use it at your leisure, however you need it. But the moment you use $250, $300, your score is going down. Because even though they gave you $500 to use as you want, you're using it too damn much. And your utilization is going to go up. And you got to keep that under, 30%? So which means that $500, you really only have about $200 of that to use.
$100.
Oh, $100, right, to use. You don't have all that $5. And then you use the $5, and then you're paying $20 a month. Like, dude, you're going to stay in the trap.
No, you're supposed to. That's why the game is, whatever credit limit you get, just because you see $35,000 on that card, don't be trying to go out here and be like, oh, I'm about to go get this. I'm about to get that. I'm about to go that. I'm rich, man.
But that's the trick. That's not fair. Why give me 500 or 3,500 if I can't use it?
But this the game. This is the game. They gambling on you to
Not
mess up.
to mess up.
Because the game is you spend what you can put back. Don't spend
Some
what
are
you
not
can't put back.
right. Some people are not
You know
that
what I'm saying?
disciplined.
You know what I'm
Some
saying?
people see 5,000. Ooh, television. Ooh, down payment. Ooh, cash advance. Ooh, cash advance. Ooh, and then they penalize you on top. Like, please don't take cash out. Please don't.
But this is what this is why they start you all with, like, you know, credit startup, like, you know what I'm saying, credit advance, select for instance, 500. They give you 500, but you only spend, you're not allowed to spend 500. But you have to know how to spend that 500.
Well, true.
But when that due date come, you can spend the whole 500. But when that due date come, when they report, you make sure that 500 be knocked down to $12, and they can report that. But when they report that 12, you make sure you pay that 12 off that same day on that due date. Don't be coming out here talking about something. I want to pay the minimum.
So that's why I think that we gotta educate our people. So we gotta get the word out there, because I wasn't taught that credit is a tool. You know, I just thought, oh, credit, I skin it.
Free money.
Exactly. So we just gotta inform, and you know, I don't know how we're gonna get the word out there, because they're not helping us. You know, not to talk about this, the color of our skin, but they helping them, but we not knowing. So we gotta spread the word somehow.
Like I said, if I would have known this information in my 20s, you know, there was so much more that I would have done, you know. And it's like I'm doing it now, but it's like you have to know the tricks of the trade. But the biggest thing is you have to surround your circle of people. You have to create that circle so that you can learn from these people. I remember, like, in church, my pastor was like, he was around like influential people, to whereas he didn't know nothing they were talking about, but he just sat back and listened. You know what I'm saying? And gathered all of the information. Just go ahead and give them one. Like, why would you do that? You shouldn't even be, excuse me, I have to be a mother at this moment. You shouldn't even be eating that. Go ahead and take one. And that's it. The peanut butter and jelly. I don't know what's up with kids and peanut butter and jelly. I get the little peanut butter jelly. Bad enough, I got peanut butter and jelly, like the jars. But I buy these little peanut butter, I don't know, they call it uncrustable. What it is? Unstoppable, uncrustable. You know, just so they can just.
Circle ones?
Yeah, the little circle ones. They eat these things like dang on candy. I guess that's what it is, huh? A little pouch. They will eat this all day. But anyway, you know, so when I'm around, you know, these people and they're talking about credit, you know, I sit back and I listen. And I kid you not, when I first started, all that stuff was going over my head. I'm like, I can't write notes fast enough. And I'm like, then you got to do this and then you got to do that. And then they can only feed you so much at a time because it's so much. Man, when I tell you how the system is, it's not designed for you to win. It's not. It's designed to keep you where you are, because at the end of the day, like you said, bad credit, they make money off of you. Not true. You up there in the 7s, yeah, they giving it to you because you're in the 7s, but they don't really like you. Like if you go to the dealership or do whatever, they trying to get rid of you because they ain't making no money from you. They're like, okay, this person gonna come in and get what you want. You know, I would advise just go there pre-approved, just so you could get the process over with. You know, hey, maybe you want to get a Tesla, order it online, skip the dealership altogether. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, it's just crazy. But it's like, you have to, you know, you have to understand the game. And it's like, we're born into the game and don't even know that it's a game that's being played, you know? And it's like, there's so much stuff that I was uneducated about. And it's just crazy because it's like everybody's credit file is different. Some more difficult, than others. But it's like, man, like everything you do, it actually matters. Like whatever you do, whatever your first card is, like for my children, I would start them off with a gas card. Like my oldest, that's what I would start him off with. It's either I would do a secure card or I would do like a gas card. Just so, and I probably prefer the gas card, just so he can build it up. And basically the money that you're going to use with your debit card, use the gas card. Use that credit card. Put that on there. Wait a little bit. And that same money, you just go pay the card off. And try to pay it off before it hit the report. So it always show that you're really not using much of it. But at the same time, if your utilization is low, then you're good. Yep. But I mean, it's crazy. Like I said, you have to show it on paper. If it ain't on paper and you can pay your bills on time, all the time, but if they're not reporting,
credit cards not just for bills and buying.
But it should. Your utility bill should report on your credit report if you're paying on time. I'm just saying.
Yeah, what I'm saying is you can pay credit card with your bill. Oh, I said that backwards. You can use your credit card.
You gotta have one to use it.
So look, what I'm saying is, your credit card, you can learn how to cash flow your credit card. Like, I mean, start your t-shirt business. Start your
like Pure Bliss Tees. PureBlissKinky.com.
Start your a food truck. Buy your food truck. Buy you something with the credit. You know what I'm saying? Don't just go out here and Gucci this, Louis Vuitton, Frankie Beverly.
Did he say Frankie Beverly?
Bando.
Wait, abort. Bando isn't a brand.
I mean, hey,
but he makes a good point. Because when you give a credit card to a person that's not educated on it, nobody's thinking about that. I mean, think about the first time you got a credit card, whether it's $500 or more. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know for me, when I first got my credit card, I'm like, ooh, I got $500. Where I'm going to shop at. And the crazy part is, I ain't even use it. My mama used it all. Because I went to her. I said, ooh, I got $500. I went to college, and that's what they had, a fair. And everybody was there signing up for credit cards. I'm like, I don't know. I guess a credit card. I don't even know what it is. What it do? Oh, you give me $500? Okay. Sign my life away. All right. Got the card in the mail.
About these Jordans. So I know what you mean.
Yeah. It's like, oh.
Jordans.
Yep. I said, oh, I get some money. And then I had a bill, a $500 bill, messed up my credit in one day. Messed it up. And then I'm sitting here making these little small payments. That's not going to do anything for me or my utilization. Nothing at all. And then you have to have history. Like, you can have a good credit score, but if you don't have no history, good as none. Like, your credit file have to encompass multiple things. You can't just have a high credit score and then, have like maybe, a couple of months of history. Sometimes I'll be feeling like 2 years ain't enough either. But you can only keep your history up to 2 years. So I paid on my car perfectly, right? My car has been paid off for a long time. I think I paid it off like in 2013, whatever. That's not showing on my report. Even though I paid it. It's not showing on my report no more. It's not showing on, it only showed for like 2 years. After that, that's it. Don't show no more.
You know what?
I think
that's foul that they do that, because if something bad on your report, it stay there for 7 years, huh? Yo,
something bad on your report. Something bad on your report can stay there. Like, I think they said after 7 years, they got to throw it out. 7 years. But if you have something that you have paid and you paid it in full, like an auto loan, it only stays there for 2 years, just like a rental. If you have like some apartments, they actually do report your rent history. 2 years. That's it.
You know what?
That's it. But that's not fair. I paid it. Like, why can't, this is my history. Track my history.
Hey, leasing may not be a.
You just put me on game with something. Hold up. I need to write this down.
hey, leasing may not be a
bad
idea.
Thing. You know what?
Because
you're right.
Because it's always reporting.
It is.
And then a good note on that. Once your year up, you get a new car.
You get another car.
And keep your car running, which is to keep your credit going.
You keep your credit going. It's a cheaper note per month. The thing I don't like is, I don't like when you tell me how many miles I can use. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I never like leases. But one, in order to make a lease, you have to have a high credit score. It should be 7 or more. In order to lease it, sometimes they say 720. You have to do that. Why did they end my live? All right, whatever.
I do gotta put the kids to sleep.
Yeah, I know. Maybe we talking too much.
No, it was good. I loved it. I'm just saying, I gotta be on daddy duty.
I know. We're about to end it, but you do make a good point about the about leasing. I just don't like when you got to bring it back. But don't let us hold you, Marcus.
But that's.
I appreciate y'all bringing me on and
always
good time talking finances, y'all.
All
Hopefully this gets out to people who need to hear it.
Yeah.
And if y'all have any questions, hit us up. We got y'all.
Hey, before you go,
what's up?
It's all about Goku. You did. Goku.
What?
Goku. Dragon Ball Z. You heard him?
That's your
all
friend.
Our roses. Yeah. Give people their roses before they go. I'll give you all y'all roses.
Oh man, that's your
spirit bomb. Spirit bomb.
That's your boy.
Peace.
See you, boy.
But going back to the leases, it makes a point. Like your score has to be high. Your interest on your payment is low, but you just have that thing of returning it, making sure that it's in the same condition, and then all of that, and that you're under the miles. I wonder if you can purchase additional miles in the middle of your lease. Like if you go over, can you just go and add more miles or anything like that? But I don't know. That might not be a bad thing to actually look into. I don't like the fact, what if I just want to up and take a road trip over the world? I don't want you to tell me when I can and can't do.
That's why they call a ship.
True. But that makes a difference. So it is 9:30. We talking down. We started at 8:18, 8:20. So we've been about an hour. Perhaps that's why Instagram cut me off, because it was an hour. Sorry, Instagram people. You can cut me off. You want to end the show?
Well, look, y'all. It's still a pandemic out here. I need you to lock your doors, hide your keys, tell your mom.
Hide your wife.
You love her.
You remember that dude?
That's why I said that.
Hide your children, hide your wife. I'm gonna have to go pull that up. That was crazy. But on the real, because they are doing well in our city, they're doing a lot of unnecessary things.
Yeah, everybody stay safe out there. Be vigilant and watch your surroundings. I mean, we're coming out of a pandemic. We ain't coming out to the same world that we lived in 2 years ago. It's a new world that we live in. You know what I'm saying? Ain't that many jobs, ain't that many things to do in the city with the kids and stuff like that. So they have a lot of time on their hands, especially from 2 years sitting in the house, not going to school, picking up all different bad habits. You know what I'm saying? So, stay safe out there. It ain't the pandemic no more. It's the P-demic.
What is that?
The people demic. You know what I'm saying? So that's what you have to, keep your head up. Like my Tupac would say. And make sure you feed the dog down the street. And show love to the cat that come to your door asking for food. And make sure you eat a lot of fruits, water, lemon, and not less. Did you eat your chunky soup? Holla back. See y'all ball later. Next week. Oh boy.
So I kind of believe he just ran out of words, and and he has signed off as usual. So guys, you know the it of it is that y'all can catch us next Wednesday after next. You can follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at WNIYW, and you can also you can also follow us on YouTube under What's New in Your World. And pretty much that's what we do. All right. So, yeah, catch us next Wednesday. All of that. Don't forget our Hear Me Out. You can send us an email. As you can see at the bottom scrolling, it is WNIYWtalkshow@gmail.com with the subject line of Hear Me Out. Let us know. You can vent to us. We'll read it over the air so you can get our opinion. Not professionals, just based off of personal experience, since we've pretty much been through a lot, have some insight we can do. So that is our show, guys. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you next Wednesday after next.
However